Hello and welcome. If you're not already familiar with me, my name is Stacy Ivy and I've been a licensed therapist for over 20 years. I'm also a women's embodiment coach, a mindfulness educator, a spiritual teacher, and the creator of the Deep Listening Method. What I would like to discuss with you today is what do you do when you get a new oracle deck? So this is a really fun thing to do. I just ordered the Rumi Oracle by Elena Fairchild, and I just like to go over the basic steps of what you do when you get a new oracle deck. Okay, so an oracle deck is basically a box, usually it comes in a box, full of cards and a booklet that basically you can get intuitive messages. There's also messages on the cards and in the booklet to help you understand your life. It's basically receiving information from your angels, your guides, and your higher self. So, Rumi is one of my favorite writers. He was a mystic from the, I believe, 17th century, and he has such profound wisdom in his words. And so I have had this app on my phone for a while and I've wanted the actual deck and I just received it. So I wanted to go over what you do. So basically, you know if this is a brand new oracle deck if it's covered in plastic. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your deck, you're going to take a knife, you're going to just carefully cut the plastic off so that you can get access to the box. Okay, so this comes in this box, and then basically you're going to take the lid off the box, and then you've got a piece of paper. Usually they don't have that inside. Sometimes there's writing on the inside of the box. This one doesn't have one. And then the first thing that you see is the book. So I'm going to take the book, and I'm just going to set it aside. The book has every card and all the information to basically get guidance when you pull a card. Okay, so the next thing that you do, I've got the cards, sorry, they were this way. So I got them in here. You can see that they're wrapped in a plastic kind of ribbon. So you're going to take the cards out of the deck and set the box to the side. And then you're going to take the plastic ribbon and basically just take it off and then recycle it. So then the next thing that you do is there's millions of different ways. I'm just showing you my techniques that I usually do when I get a brand new oracle deck. So one of the things that you can do is you can just kind of tap it. You can say your name and just basically you're wanting to set the intention that this is your oracle deck. Any of the energy that was used for processing the deck, whoever handled the deck, you want it to be clear and free from all of that energy, and you want it to just be your energy. Okay, so basically the next step is you take each card and you look at each card. So basically you just take each card and you look at what each image looks like. So as you're going through the images, you can intuitively pick up on what are the first things that you notice, sort of like that Rorschach test in psychology. You know, sometimes the images might show you something that just kind of comes as a quick intuitive hit. And these cards, any deck really, helps you start to learn to trust your intuition. It helps you learn how to tune in within and learning how to listen to your guides, listen to your higher self, and listen to your angels. So again, you go through each deck, making sure that you make contact with each image throughout the whole deck. Okay, so for the purposes of this video, just to make it not as long, I'm not going to go through the entire deck. But basically, that's what you would do. Oh, look at how beautiful that image is. Okay, so then what you do, let's pretend that I went through every single card and I set them down one at a time after looking at each card. Okay, then what you do is you take all of the cards, making sure that they're all facing the same way, And then what I do is I divide them in half and then I shuffle them. And basically, a lot of times I just pull a card a day. So I might ask, what do I need to know right now? So that is a good beginning question. You can also shuffle them like this. However you shuffle cards, whatever feels intuitive to you, is what I recommend following. But what I do is I shuffle them the way I originally showed you, like this. So taking them, basically splitting them in half, taking them down, and then letting the cards fall, and then bringing them back together. And I do that however many times it feels right. So for a new deck, it might be a few more times, or let's say you get a deck from a friend. You're going to want to make sure you clear the energy and make it your own. So you're going to just take the cards, keep shuffling until you feel that you're ready. And the key with new oracle decks, or any time you're using an oracle deck to do a reading, is you want to tune in and just listen. And just trust the first thing that comes to you. Don't overthink it. That's the key to intuition. The mind always wants to come in and overthink it. And the key is to just allow what wants to come through. However many times you feel that you need to shuffle, just keep shuffling until you feel like it's a good place to stop. Okay, so let's say instead of a message for me, I'm going to ask for a message for anyone watching, more of a collective message. So what would be a good message to know right now? Okay, so as I was saying that, a card flew out, okay? So this is the card that flew out. Commitment. Okay, so before I even go to the book and read what the commitment card says, I would basically just start with looking at the image on this card. So the first thing that strikes me is I see that she has red hair, and there's an aspect of her, if I was doing this reading for me, that reminds me of me. These are always about you if you're doing a reading, okay? So commitment, I'm looking also at the colors. So I see that there's yellows and oranges, and yellow to me represents personal power. So thinking along the lines of the chakras, the energy systems in the body. Yellow represents the solar plexus, the sun, joy, the sense that of I am who I am, and taking empowered action in the world. Orange is a color more of passion. And then we've got some greens and some purples. Purple is more of a high vibrational color if you think of the colors of the rainbow. Purple in the chakras is up here, third eye and or crown. So it's really, just allow whatever comes when you see the images. Plus there's light around her face, so I can see the beauty of the light in her face, and it just to me seems like turning to the light and committing to turning to the light and following where the light is guiding. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Michael. So then what I do is I look on the card and I see that it's number 31. And again, the word is commitment. Some oracle cards have a lot more information on the front of the card. Some have none. It just depends on the card. It just, again, is you use a combination of your own intuition, whatever comes to you first, whatever first just pops out at you, whether it be a thought or a feeling, go with that first, and then you can read the card. So if I go to number 31, so this is more of a collective message for the group, what would we like to know in the collective for anyone watching this right now or on the replay? So then I turn the book to where the commitment card is, and luckily it's in numerical order. So commitment says, the awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire. Rumi. We are candles lit by one great flame. The breath of life does not extinguish us. On the contrary, it only serves our flame to blaze brighter. Here, in the temple of one love, there is no flickering or smoke to our flame. We are natural in our purpose, simply to bring the warmth and light of love to life. We dance, though we are stillness. We are on fire, though we do not burn. So it's basically saying there's a flame that must be safeguarded. The desire does not have hindrance on the path. When we stop seeing life as it is, showing up for us in every moment and engaging with it as it is, we become careless with the light of our heart. There is one way to move forward in your life path, and it needs to be seen by you now. It will be helpful for you to have that clarity and that certainty. Life operates according to a genius that is beyond a linear approach. Don't let fear that your desire won't manifest because you tried to bend life to your will. It is an unnecessary battle and one that will not serve your soul here. Instead, just show up and be present. Attend to what is before you in each moment and trust yourself. Let the light of your heart take you into the serenity that will bring you into the balm of a solid core of comfort. Even when the world shifts and changes according to the workings of divine will, as you move along your life journey step by step, the divine will is moving you too, shifting one into fulfillment of your destiny. Life is not working at cross purposes with you, far from it. It is a co-conspirator with your heart. So I heard once, life rises up to meet you. So it's just a matter of, this is the commitment card. So what is it that you need to commit to in your life? And if you stay committed and stay on the path, it's allowing the light of the divine to guide you and carry you forward as you take each step on the path toward where you feel you're being guided in this next stage of your life. And then it's also saying to come back to the stillness of love within and know that your heart light is reliable and true, showing you the way even now in peace and stillness. So that's a beautiful message. And again, that's if you just want to ask a one card question. And it's basically, I usually ask, what do I need to know right now? So I'll show one more. And the other one is going to be, if you take the cards, again, I would shuffle them some more. Again, however you want to shuffle them. And what I do is I shuffle them however many times I feel guided because I'm tuned in and I'm just listening. And whenever it feels like the right time to stop, I stop. And then I split the deck wherever it feels natural to split it. And then I take the top 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. And I lay them down in front of me. So number 1 card is going to be past. Okay, so this is going to be the near past. And this card is the dance of the divine feminine. And as you can see, there's a lot of water and flow and energy and movement and play and creation in this card. So that would be the near past. The present is the victory of Miriam. So the present represents, some sort of a victory, some sort of an accomplishment, something to recognize and honor yourself for achieving at this moment. So that would be the present, the middle card. And then the third card on the far right, I know for you guys it's reversed, but for me it's on the far right. For you it's on the left. The future says the right choice. So whatever it is that you're considering or whatever direction you're feeling like you want to move, you're making the right choice. And just continue on the path. Trust your guidance. So anyway, that's an intro. There's lots of other card spreads. There's lots of other ways that you can use the decks. You can even cleanse them with sage and Palo Santo if you feel guided. But I feel like this is a really clean deck. I really feel like it's a powerful deck. Again, it's the Rumi Oracle by Elena Fairchild. And I just wanted to give you guys a basic introduction into how to take a brand new oracle deck or even a used one that maybe you were gifted, and how do you clear the energy and make it your own, and what do you do with it to start so that you can start really using it. And I recommend using it as a daily practice. It's really fun, it's empowering, it helps you learn to trust your intuition, tune in more to your guides, your higher self, your angels, and the more that you do it, the more accurate you will find the messages to be, because you're trusting what you receive. And again, just allow what comes first, don't question it, and just go with it. And then the other thing you can do as a final piece is you can take the cards and you can journal about them, like date what the date is, and then just write which cards you received, and then put a little message about what each card was about, and then maybe your own intuitive message or additional information about what's going on in your life. So this is a journey of life. It's exciting. It can be overwhelming at times, but the more you learn to tune in and trust that you are being guided by the divine in every moment, the more you could just relax. Deep inhales, deep exhales. It's all good. So sending you guys so much love. I'm going to sign off for now, and I hope you have a beautiful day.